Here's how I turned a men's suit into a two-piece set. To start off, you're going to mark and pin where you want to split it in half and making sure the buttons are on the bottom side. We're going to start off by working with the top. First step is to hem all around. If you only have one layer, you can do a regular hem. Here, if you have two, you want to fold both sides in, and it should look like this, and sew all around. Once you're done sewing, it's time for the alteration. So here I'm just crossing it over and I'm going to mark where I want my flap to be at and where I want it to cross over. While the blazer's on your body, you're going to mark and take in from the back to make sure that it fits you perfectly. Flipping it inside out, right where I marked my back, I'm going to create a dart right in the middle of the back. Once you're done sewing the dart, it's time to close the front of the blazer. It all depends on what you want to use. Here I'm just sewing on the snap buttons and closing the top. Now that we're done with the top, it's time to work on the skirt. Your first step will be to remove all the buttons that you have, making sure not to break the buttons. You'll then lay out the bottom and start hemming the top. Now this time my blazer didn't have the slit in the middle, but if yours does, this is the time that you want to sew it shut right after you hem the top. Once you're done, you're going to put it on your body and start measuring how much you want to remove from the skirt. After you're done measuring how much you need to take in, you want to take in from the back. So here I'm just folding it in and I'm going to pin and sew all the way down the skirt. After sewing down the back of my skirt, I'm just going to cut the excess fabric. Now you'll put it back on and you're going to mark where you're going to sew on your new button. Your last step is just to sew on your buttons, and you can also add more if you like. Here I'm just adding one. And we're all finished. Follow for more tutorials.